Time to stir the pot a little. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. How you doing today? It has been a topic of much conversation. Vault Keeper Wixwell, is he getting nerfed? Should he be nerfed? I need to weigh in on this topic, and I would please ask that you wait until the end of the video to post your comments below. If you so choose to roast me in the comments after that, then so be it. And please forgive the little bit of clickbaitiness. But, you know, that's gonna be the topic of the video, is nerfing Wixwell. So you came to the right spot if you wanted to talk about that today. This video is sponsored by Marvel Strike Force, and when they reached out to me and wanted me to do a little sponsor segment for them, immediately I said yes, because I love this game. I've played this game before, I know it's quality, fun time. You can use my link or scan the QR code on screen to get free characters like Agatha Harkness and Spider-Man. They have this dynamic squad-based RPG, and you can use all of your favorite Marvel characters in the Marvel Universe. Just like you're assembling the team for yourself with powerful heroes and villains, and then you get to battle these in epic combat like iconic scenes. And there's tons of different team combinations. When you're building out your teams, there are these cool synergies you can build off of, and they have this sweet promo that's coming out. I'm really excited about it. This month, they're releasing more Sentinels into the game, Omega Sentinel, Nimrod, and that's some of my favorite things about the Marvel Universe. I was salty when they didn't include the Sentinels that much in the movies, but now we get to play with them in the game, and that's been the coolest part. So I'd love for you to download this game and just give it a try. It's been out for a while, they've polished it up a ton, and there are so many heroes to collect. And it's a celebration of Marvel Studios' Deadpool and Wolverine coming out. You'll be able to use that promo code MUTANT to get their free Deadpool and Wolverine characters. So go ahead, make sure you click that link or scan the QR code, download Marvel Strike Force and give it a try. Just see if you like it. It's a very cool game, and thank you for trying it out. I know you're going to enjoy it. Alright, so here are the facts that we know. Plarium has stated that they are not planning on nerfing Wixwell, and that they are working on long-term solutions to Hydra Clash. My clan has been talking a lot about Hydra Clash lately because, you know, it's just super unbalanced, and, you know, we are definitely part of the problem, but also we want to be part of the solution, and I'm going to be bringing you answers and solutions in this video, okay? This is not a rant video. This is also about how to fix the problem. First things first, do I think Wixwell should be nerfed? Yes and no. Yes and no. Am I okay with him being nerfed? Yes. Because I hate that Hydra team that he's in. It is brilliantly designed by my dude Bronco, but also it is the worst to run. Some people are fine with it, and more power to you. I am not one of those people. With that being said, there is a cool version that I actually would run, and that is with Aislinn. If I ever got him, I would build an Aislinn Wixwell team. I think it'd be super fun. That is something I can get behind. The Yannicka Wixwell team, no, never going to happen for me, okay? That's just my opinion. Now, I definitely don't think that Wixwell should be nerfed for Demon Lord Clan Boss. There should be absolutely no changes there. It is not needed in any way. And so, if there's going to be a change, it needs to be centralized on just Hydra. Period. Now, would I like to see that change? I'm leaning towards no, but I would be okay if it was a yes. Now, how can you do that in a way that it doesn't break the rest of the game? It's very, very easy. When you come into Hydra, there is a max cap on damage from a single hit. And that is on all of the difficulties. And that is on all of the champions. It's like, I mean, somebody correct me in the comments, I'm sure you will. It's like 1.25 billion or something. And all that needs to happen, if there's going to be any changes, the easiest thing to do is not change Wixwell at all. It's just changing that number. Like, if you lower that to like 800,000 instead of 1.25 or whatever it is, like if you cut it down by 25%, whatever the number is, if you cut it down by 25%, he becomes balanced with the current metagame. Now, if you, Plarium, are going to continue to add busted champions like Toshiro that are going to do crazy damage in Hydra, maybe you don't need to make any changes at all. Because the top damaging teams are on the same par as Wixwell, okay? But they're not quite there yet, and you have to have pretty ridiculous accounts in order to actually compete with the Wixwell team damages. So, to me, that says we should make that change. Just bring the 1 per hit maximum for Hydra down about 25%. 800 or 900 million instead of over a billion. And then I think that we have a balanced metagame. Okay. Now, listen, okay. If there are going to be literally any changes, it must start with the number one problem, and that is Trunda. Okay. That is Trunda. Now, you could do this in the same manner where you are capping each individual hit, but I also don't like that, okay? So, I think the best change that we could do to Trunda is just change this number right here. Instead of having this be 60%, why not just change that to like 20, 10%? We know that this ability does not work like it says. It adds a like 600% multiplier or something insane. The math of this is very complex and doesn't work as intended, okay? I don't care what you say, Plarium. This ability does not work as intended. That is not what this was supposed to do. It is supposed to do less damage the second time than it did the first time. Whereas what it really does is it does exponentially more the second time than it does the first time. So just change this percentage in the game code and bring Trunda down to the same level as all of the other top damage dealers that I just mentioned. Okay? We can also mention in this conversation Garrel as a top damage dealer. There's a new guy coming to the game. I think he is a Shadowkin. Yes, this guy on Rio. Just Rio. On Rio. Just Rio. Okay. This guy is kind of ridiculous. And I think I should probably save my Void Shards trying to go for him because he will be an improvement on damage. Okay. So those three are kind of in the S tier on their own. And then, you know, Trunda is in the SS. I have my own tier to myself level, okay? So if we're going to make any changes, the very first thing has to start with Trunda. We should not even be having this conversation about Wixwell at all until there's a change made to Trunda. A made change to Trunda. I get my words mixed, and that's a Wixwell reference, so moving on. Number one, change Trunda. Number two, bring down the max cap single hit damage by 25%. And then I also think we need a couple more changes. If we're going to make changes, then make changes, okay? I think that the turn limit for Hydra needs to come down. Right now, in all of the levels, there's a 1,500 turn limit. I think that needs to come down to at least 1,000, okay? Because we don't want to be doing an hour and a half long manual runs. Like, that's what we do, Plarium. It's too much. It's not fun. And then people just don't build the best teams that they can build because they would have to manual that, and that's ridiculous. So bring the turn limit down. I would be fine bringing it down lower than 100, or lower than 1,000, but I think 1,000 is good. You know, when that turn limit indicator comes on, that should just be the end of the fight. You know what I mean? Okay, so then the next thing we need to do, I think, is add Ultra Nightmare. I really think we need a new difficulty. I think we need a new difficulty with additional restrictions, okay? I think that would really help, because then we would not be able to bring these basically arena nukers into the format, because they would die, okay? We would have to go back to having actual real teams. Actual real teams. We have Ultra Nightmare over here, and if you think about the leap from Nightmare to Ultra Nightmare, we need that same type of leap in Hydra. I don't think we need new heads. I think that should be scrapped. I think that's nonsense and too much, honestly. But an additional difficulty, yes. And I've said that for a while now. So I think that way they would be able to put some of the bigger soul stones in there. Where they would be able to put some better rewards in there, like primal shards, for example. Maybe the other shards as well. Like, listen, we can bring in some other things as rewards here and make it very enticing. Also, I think Hydra is the best content in the game, or at least one of. I like Faction Wars a lot too. I wish they would add another difficulty on Faction Wars. Like, let me just plug this real quick. Like, just reset all of this. Just have a hard mode Faction Wars, and then double the difficulty. I think it'd be super fun, challenging, interesting. I think it'd be cool. Okay, so I would love to see that. Plarium, just do it. Okay, it's so easy. Just do it. All right, it would be fun and cool. You can add another champion in there, similarly powerful to Lydia. Make it be very good. Okay, very good. All right, with that being said, I think that's all of my thoughts, okay? I don't want the video to be super long because I want you guys to watch all the way to the end. But I also do want to hear from you what your opinions are. People have really strong opinions about this topic with Wixwell, Yannicka, Hydra teams, clan boss teams. Please let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments. If you have anything to say on this topic, please put it in there, because Plarium tells me they watch these videos, they read the comments, they're not going to respond, they're lurking in the comments, okay? But they do read them, all right? Also, please be polite. This is my opinion, and you don't have to agree with me, okay? You don't have to agree with me, but I would still love to hear your opinion. That'll do it for me here today. No fear-mongering here. I don't think this is happening anytime soon, but I did want to get my opinion out there and present some solutions to the problem. What do you think about those solutions? Catch me later on stream. We have a long stream planned for today, and I hope to see you out. You will notice that red circle, and there'll be a note of a pop-up, sort of. It'll be on screen on the channel every time I'm live, okay, which has been a lot lately. So come on out. We're building an amazing live community, and I'd love to see you there as well. Bye-bye now.